I'm joined here by members of the BU academic community and from the students too to talk about every angle of the student journey, how they settle in, how they build confidence, grow, find their people. So, to kick us off, I'd like to hear from each of you. What's the biggest change you see in them?
Oh, I really love seeing a student coming in. They come in as individuals, they've not quite found their tribe yet, but when they leave, they've just got so much different social groups, along with other communities they get involved in.
I think in terms of the change, for me, it's the confidence that our students build, and that confidence to deal with different types of people, different scenarios, and the resilience that they really seem to build during their time here.
At the very first year, you see how much dependent they are, but then at final year, there's loads of independence, ability to work on their own, to solve problems, and even help others.
For me personally, it was a very big growth in confidence, especially through my part-time role as a student ambassador, that actually helped me achieve academically as well, and made me feel welcome at BU.
Is there much to explore outside of these four walls? What's the area like?
Oh, there's just so much. There's so much opportunity for volunteer activities, to running events down at the beach. A lot of our students like to get involved with Bournemouth Sevens, a big sporting festival, and that becomes kind of the pinnacle for a lot of final year students.
Oh, we're so lucky in Bournemouth. What is really, really special is the beach. So we've got this beautiful big coastline, there's barbecues, there's parties, there's bars down there. It's just such a good, fun place to be. We've also got the New Forests in our doorstep, the wild ponies, the donkeys. We've also got the Jurassic Coast in our doorstep as well.
There are lots of opportunities for our students to learn outside of the classroom and engage with them. So things like Battle Lab, hackathons, competitions and things like that really helps.
I still remember getting involved in a diversity in the workplace panel at the AFC Bournemouth, getting a tour of the stadium and tickets to matches, which was just a really great experience to see that sense of community in Bournemouth.
Belonging is a huge part of the student experience. What does belonging look like at Bournemouth University?
I'm really invested in the well-being of my student, not just about the academics, but also their overall well-being and how they're getting along.
And, well, that shines through, doesn't it? Because Bournemouth University has won awards for its well-being support.
I was able to use our well-being and counselling team in the past, and I found that I had very quick access to them. Really helpful advice that pointed me in the right direction and helped me have a very successful start at university.
I think so much about belonging is about feeling seen, feeling valued, and we have so many communities and societies and places for people to feel that value. They're part of a really rich and diverse community while they're at Bournemouth University, and they are genuinely cared for.
It's not about hand-holding, it's about giving students strategies to cope. So it's important that we get them to a place where they can confidently go into their placement and take those strategies with them.
So students often say that the learning experience becomes more meaningful when different parts of their lives connect. Have you experienced much of that then, Paul?
Yeah, one of my favorite things are the frequent guest lecturers, to see how they went on to their careers, how they applied their learning, and how they made a meaningful connection between these two things.
So we've recently got JP Morgan investing into Bournemouth. That gives us a lot of opportunities. It opens up placement opportunities, projects, partnerships. We've also got collaborations with businesses that student projects can then feed into.
So the health courses are designed with the healthcare provider, the social care provider. We're very big on simulated learning, which means that the building's kitted out with replica operating theatres, ambulances. Students have as close to what they're going to experience in their placement or in their job during their learning.
So most of the courses, if not all the courses, have a placement element to them, don't they?
Yeah, so an optional placement, and some courses still have mandatory placement. Placement's such a brilliant opportunity for our students to kind of take all of their learning from the first 2 years and bring it to life in industry for a year. So our final year students, I rave about them all the time. They are complete, not finished articles, but they're professionals, and they really approach their learning in a very different way as well.
We've got great companies coming in like Lush that are also great graduate employers, so it's really pointing out a great roadmap for me personally to see where I could apply my skills in the future.
So to finish off, can I ask each of you to share an anecdote about when you've seen a student come back or a real change that you've seen in someone?
I remember one of our former students who graduated with the first and then came back to do a guest lecture on my unit. Current students could see, what the future looks like.
I love it when I get an email from a student to say they've got the job that they've been really pushing for, and everything we put in and everything they've put in as well has come together to get them that dream job.
I think graduation day for students is one of the proudest days of their life, but also for us as academics, it's the best day of the year. I had someone come and find me and say, oh, there's somebody outside that'd like to speak to you. And it was one of the parents. And we just had this brilliant moment where we just paused to reflect on how hard this student had worked, how much they'd overcome to graduate, and to feel part of that, and that to think that I had some part in that person graduating and achieving dreams was brilliant.
Look, guys, thank you so much for taking the time out to speak to me, for sharing those insights. I think the conversation really has illuminated what a 360-degree student experience at Bournemouth University is all about. So thank you.